Hey everybody, Mr. Regan here, and today we're going to be looking at diving into some articles that are going to help us understand how an ancestor population evolved into some descent species with differences in their shared structures. And our readings today are going to have us annotating three specific articles that we'll be reading and looking at summarizing the main ideas in those three articles. Now, each and every one of us is going to be reading one article that will be the same, and the other two we will be getting to choose. And we're going to be diving into how to create those annotations within our article and how to summarize the main ideas and kind of what's expected. When we break this down, the annotations and the summaries that we create are going to help us complete the next set of tasks. So let's go ahead and take a look. When you get into the next set of tasks, you're going to be clicking on the Amplify link, and it's going to take you to this page here where we have our very first article titled, Where Do Species Come From? Speciation. And everyone's going to be reading this first article. So no matter what, everyone will start off by reading this article. And in each article, we're going to be creating annotations that ask questions, create connections, identify vocabulary words, and make our summaries. So let's start with questions. Questions are things that we want to know about, obviously, what we're reading. These can be questions about what something is, what it's trying to say. It can be questions that connect to our real lives, things like that. So for example, evolution is not just a thing of the past and happens all the time. So I might highlight this section here. Once it's highlighted, I might make a note and ask a question like, how does evolution happen today? And there I've just created a question. As I'm going through, I'll keep reading and I'll begin to make connections. That means new species are still evolving today. And this can be a connection that maybe you have with species found today. I know that some microorganisms like COVID are evolving over time. So that's a good connection you can have with your life as you go through it. We also need to identify important vocabulary words. So as you're reading, you can go through here and see that there are many ways in which species can evolve, but one type of evolution occurs when one species is divided into more than one population. So maybe we're forgetting what the word population means. We can obviously click on it to see it, but we can then highlight this section and we can identify this idea that populations can divide, and we can identify that main idea based on that vocab word. From there, the last thing we're going to need to do is summarize. So once we're done reading all this, we can go to the very last word or sentence. You can even do it at the very top, whatever's easiest for you. And you're going to summarize the entire article. So summary should be anywhere between 3 to 5 sentences with main ideas as your focus, and you'll hit save. So when we go through this, we should see questions you had, we should see connections you made to your life and what you learned about before, main ideas with vocab, and then your summary. So that's how we make our annotations for our first article. We're all going to be reading speciation, but like I said, you have to then choose 2 other articles to do this with as well. Create your questions, connections, vocabs, and summaries. When you go to the table of contents button here, you'll see that we have 3 other articles. One's about Galapagos tortoises, another's about polar bears, and another's about flightless ducks. You have to choose any 2 of the 3 to read and annotate and summarize. Whatever you choose, maybe it's a tortoise or bears, maybe it's ducks and tortoises, whatever you choose, you're going to be doing the same idea with. So go and ask yourself, do you understand how to create the annotations for the 3 articles? The speciations one and the 2 that you're choosing? Do you understand how to summarize the main ideas in the speciation one along with the 2 that you're going to choose? If the answer is yes, go ahead and put in green. Otherwise, check in with me. Remember, the articles that you read are going to be broken down in the next set of tasks. So you'll read speciations in task 5. You'll do your first chosen article in task 6 and your last chosen article in task 7. If you have questions, reach out. Otherwise, good luck.